person that Unesco has deemed one of the most incredible speakers of our century, and also Forbes magazine has named him one of the fifth most influential personalities in India. He has been nominated 3 times for the Nobel Peace Prize for his tireless efforts in trying to get a stress and violence-free society. His breathing method is practiced by more than 300 million people, and his Art of Living Foundation is established in more than 150 countries. Without further delay, we want to introduce you to Gurudev, Sri Ravi Shankar. Master, thank you for coming into your country and Buena Vibra TV. In your conference that we attend, we were very interested in the proposition you established of, 3 advices, one for women, one for men, and one for both. And actually, it was hilarious because everybody could identify with it. Do you feel that is something that is happening a lot in the world? For example, women trampling men's egos and men destroying women's emotions?
Yeah, these days when people have very little time to give to their family, so much caught up in their work and making money, family values are going down. When family values go down, then the basic unit of society gets disturbed. So we need to re-establish family values and proper communication between people. Today, whether it's the conflict, whether it is at home or within one person or in the whole society, is all because the communication is getting broken down.
And if you see it, you're right, because you can see it at home, in countries, no problem. With collaborators at work, and you're right. I think the communication amongst men and women has been lost, and we need to try to reach deep inside us to try to make it better. And we were discussing while you were talking about breathing, that you came up with your breathing method while you were, on a silent treatment. Can you elaborate on that?
I was teaching meditation, yoga even before. Even from my teenage, I was a instructor, a teacher. It was natural to me. But I felt there is something more that's going to come. I was not satisfied with what I was giving to the society. That's when I took this 10 days silence then. What came out after that came to be known as Art of Living course.
It's incredible because
I didn't design it intellectually, sat with a paper and pen and say what should be done. It was like a poem that just came to me. Naturally. So I think it's just a gift to humanity, and we have been just a channel.
Okay. And as breathing means life, and you have said a lot of times that we are able to, if we are able to concentrate deeply, we can control our mind, and we can also control our emotions while we learn how to breathe.
Correct. We need to know the 7 different layers of our existence. Body, breath, intellect, emotions, memory, our ego, the self, which is the basis of our very existence. Neither at home nor in school we learn anything about them. We don't learn at all. When we feel negative, we don't know how to get rid of it because there is no education to that. That's where, some of these techniques become very, very useful.
What is it that men feel incomplete What is it that we're missing, us as humanity?
Actually, people don't even have time to think what one is missing. They are just running. It's like being on the treadmill, going nowhere.
Exactly.
Exhausting yourself, but you are not reaching anywhere. This very thought, what am I missing, what do I need in life, this self-enquiry is somewhere being lost. But when this arises, then there is a way that comes in front of us.
You talked about love in your conference. What level of importance you give love? Because
love is our very nature. It's not just an emotion. Many think love is just an emotion and sort of being too ultra sensitive and being sweetie, nicey words. For me, love is not just an emotion. It is our very existence.
Do you feel that, and in talking about that, do you feel that it's difficult for human beings to express love freely, completely? Do you feel that it's something that we try not to do consciously?
In fact, love gets expressed. I see two things. One is in Orient and another is Occident. In Occident, we express love too much. We say so often, I love you so much. In the Orient, people don't verbalize love. It gets somewhere deep buried. I feel a middle path is good. Not overtly expressing it, not being too shy to even express it.
Like a balance.
Yeah, balance.
Like everything in life has to be a balance.
Yeah.
There are some subjects that I wanted to touch in this little, interview right now, and one of them is corruption. And corruption is a worldwide epidemic, and Panama doesn't escape to that. What is it with people that try to hoard as many, riches as possible, and in detriment of their own people's education, well-being, health, and security and all that? And I know, and I ask you this because I know it has been difficult. I imagine it has been difficult to be neutral in regarding your own country and other world issues. But I would like to know your stand in stuff.
Corruption. I feel corruption begins where sense of belongingness ends. You need three things for corruption. One is stringent laws. The second thing is an atmosphere in society where from top onwards anti-corruption movement has to come from top to bottom, from bottom to top, both sides. Then third is value system. It's only through spirituality can we ever create sense of belongingness. When there is sense of belongingness, corruption simply disappears. So people should take a vow to not to be corrupt, both the giver and the taker.
Okay.
Otherwise it doesn't work.
Exactly. What do you think the world needs the most right now?
Right now the world's needs are, it need not be one thing, it's different. At different parts of the world needs different things. At some parts of the world it needs basic amenities. Food is not there many places. Food is needed. Proper health care is needed. And another parts of the world combating terrorism, violence. This is most important. Somewhere else where the families are breaking up, social norms are being broken, so we need to attend to that. Corruption has to be attended. So I see world as, because it's fragmented and different needs at different places. And the basic of all that is the human willingness to attend to these issues.
There has been an increase in the Western world, actually, or the Western Hemisphere, that now think that reincarnation, karma, all of those things make sense. Do you feel or you think that there has been an awakening on this part of the world?
Yeah.
'Cause-
It's more than a decade now that people have started understanding and appreciating it and validating it, because it's scientifically validated today that there is rebirth. The people are born again. Consciousness is indestructible. So, like the body goes back to the earth, the consciousness remains and comes back again.
What do you see in the future for humanity? What do you see regarding their behavior?
I see a lot of awakening in the society. I feel a lot of awareness in society. Though at the moment you may feel world is getting polarized because more right wing is coming into predominance. This sort of thing, though you see it, but I see people are becoming more sensible, more compassionate, and it is moving in the direction that needs a little more push.
And as good, things, come to an end, I would like for you to give a final message to Panama and the world through, Buena Vibra TV.
I would like the youth of Panama to come forward and let's create more happiness centers, a place where people can go and get rid of the stress and tension and become free from inside and be happy. We need to create waves of happiness.
With that message, we say goodbye. We say thank you.
Thank
to
you.
Sri Ravi Shankar and to Vanessa Aguilera de Shen and her crew and the Art of Living Foundation for making this possible. This is Jose Ramon Palacios de Buena Vibra TV.
Thank you.